It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Thursday, the 5th of December. I'm Michael Groff. Not much change in the overall weather pattern around here. Dry conditions, temperatures remaining above average for the rest of the week, this weekend, and into the first part of next week. Now, temperatures will trend down a little bit. We do see signs of a pattern change potentially looming out there on the horizon toward the end of next week. What that means for our forecast, we'll talk about that and everything else as we dive on in. First, here's that almanac from yesterday. 78 degrees the afternoon high, 53 was the morning low, 68 and 47 are those averages for this time of year. And as we look outside right now, here at 12:30 p.m., we've got a few clouds, and it's just a gorgeous day. Again, temperature's a little above average, but hey, not bad. 72 degrees out there, dew points at 25, so yes, it's dry. Humidity 17%, a light wind, barometer steady. Temperatures right now, again, I think the gauge over there at Fort McDowell is broken. It's, I would say, very likely not 43 degrees. But we're generally in the 60s and 70s across the metro right now, and we're headed toward the mid and upper 70s again this afternoon. So just another beautiful day here in the Southwest. And you can see on the satellite here, hardly a cloud to be found. There's a few very high clouds here across southern Arizona right now. But overall, weather pattern remains quiet. The watch warning map, we've got those air stagnation advisories, freezing fog advisories up across parts of the Northwest. Those have just been a staple on this map for days. Some winter weather conditions, of course, across the Northeast. The snowflakes have been flying. It's been a cold late November and early December up there, and actually for much of the eastern part of the United States. Very chilly temperatures have been ongoing. In fact, tonight we should see lows in the teens all the way down into parts of the deep south, Mississippi, Alabama. Could see some lows in the teens. Yeah, pretty chilly. Obviously, with most of the nation in cool, stable air, we don't anticipate any organized severe weather, hardly any thunder to be found, maybe around El Paso, maybe parts of extreme southern New Mexico. Just east of us, we could see a few showers and storms, but that's about it. The precipitation outlook valid through Thursday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing statewide. Maybe, just maybe we could squeeze out some light rain across parts of east central and southeast Arizona, but that's really conditional, and we'll have to take a look at how things play out here. And what a good opportunity to segue into this. Let's take a look at those models, see what the future may hold. Here we go. It's the GFS. It's the 12Z run. It's valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Trough in the east, ridge in the west, little upper low just to the south of us. And yes, to the east of that, there's a few showers and storms, again, across parts of southern New Mexico and far west Texas. But we remain dry. And so what it means down at the surface for the rest of the day today, a few high clouds, otherwise mostly sunny, high temperatures, mid and upper 70s. For tonight, clear sky, lows, mid 40s in the cool spots, low and mid 50s in the urban core. And then tomorrow, more of the same, sunny mid to upper 70s. Let's go to the weekend. It's generally the same story, mid 70s on Saturday with mostly sunny sky, low to mid 70s on Sunday, mostly sunny. So a weekend with above average temperatures, but if you got outdoor activities planned, you got anything you want to do on the weekend, hey, the weather is not going to be a hindrance, that's for sure. Going into next week, we do see these little short waves that are going to start to hit this ridge here, and we've got one sliding toward us from the north. What this is going to effectively do is take the upper heights, lower them here across the southwest. Our ridge is going to retrograde a little further to the west, and so as a result, temperatures will continue a slow downtrend. We'll see highs probably dropping back toward the low 70s out here. Tuesday, we should see, I'd say, upper 60s and low 70s, and then generally in the mid 60s by about Wednesday, maybe upper 60s with partly sunny sky, clouds on the increase. As the weather pattern is starting to change, we're seeing signs that this big ridge finally breaks down, and we see an overall restructuring of the long wave weather pattern across North America. We'll show you that here as we go to a week from today. This is Thursday the 12th. Yes, we still have a pretty substantial trough across eastern Canada, but you'll notice our big ridge out here across the west is flattening out. The pattern is generally de-amplifying a bit. And off to the west of us, there's this little upper low that's swung around here and is now heading towards Southern California. Now, I will say on previous runs of the GFS and the Euro, this low is tracking further south, but this run has it moving further north, kind of heading toward us. And if this is right, we will see those clouds increase by late next week. We might even see a few isolated showers at some point, maybe late Thursday or Friday across the state. And again, temperatures headed down a bit. In fact, here is Friday. This is the 13th, Friday the 13th. And you got now a ridge building in the east and a trough coming in here to the west. Now, this trough is not particularly deep. It's not particularly far south, I should say, but there's enough dynamics there. Again, we could see a few showers out here toward the end of next week if this verifies. And then going out to the end of the forecast period, this is out 10 days, Saturday the 14th. Troughing here over the southwest or over much of the west. And yes, again, cooler temperatures. That would be the main weather headline here with a few showers possible, especially across northern Arizona. But again, at some point, maybe late next week, we might see an isolated shower if this all works out. But right now, the bottom line to this pattern is, yes, temperatures will retreat back to at or maybe even below average levels out toward the end of this forecast period. And of course, a big ridge building in the east. So kind of a pattern flip should start to occur. And we have seen that on trends for a while. But of course, we're still out here at 10 days and things can and likely will change. All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix out through the 19th of December off the GFS ensemble. Meaningful rain just does not look to be that likely. Yes, there might be a shower at some point way out there toward, again, the end of next week, but in terms of measurable rain or significant precipitation, just not expecting that. The European ensemble pretty much says the same thing out through the 19th. A few members, certainly a scattering of members, have some rain, but the ensemble mean remains well under 1/10 of an inch. And given this weather pattern right now, that's probably the safe call. La Nina and all that. Looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, the trend is down here. And again, if we really do start to see deeper troughing out here in the west, especially out toward the middle and latter part of next week, temperatures could wind up being lower than what's shown here. If we take these at face value, these are all still above seasonal averages, but not by leaps and bounds. Certainly, though, we'll keep an eye on those temperature trends as well. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell. Leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube. Make those monetary contributions to us. $2, $5, $89,000, whatever you feel like donating to us and helping out the channel, that would be greatly appreciated. Or you can donate directly via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name. It's Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her blogs, videos, everything Michelle, and yes, tangentially Adriana related as well, linked up down in the description. And if you want to check out something that is Michelle and Mike related, part of our media empire that we have going on here, well, then I suggest you check out our streaming station available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. Playing a ton of music, having a lot of fun with that. And you can even listen directly if you want by going to kmgx.com. Otherwise, again, all of that linked up down below. All right, I thank you guys so much for watching. You know what? Do you want to do this again? Should we, before we do that, should we check out what's going on KMGX right now? We didn't get demonetized the other day for doing this because I played about 2 seconds. You know, we had Ozzy play there, and let's see. What do you suppose is playing on KMGX right now? Well, let's see if I can get this to come up. Okay, there you go. That's all you get. Because I don't want to get demonetized. It's so silly. YouTube is so silly. If there was a better alternative, we'd use it. You know, people say, "Oh, you should take the weather discussions over to Rumble," and that would be great if I wanted 4 people to watch the videos. But I guess over on Rumble, you can just pretty much. I don't know this because I'm not sure about this, but I guess you can do whatever you want over there. You can just stomp your feet and curse and swear and drink and dance and do whatever you want. But there's no money, so what difference does it make? They're like, oh, you could go over to you go to what is it? Well, you go to Twitch, or I could live stream, or I could do that, or I could go to Kick. I know there's all these different ideas out there people have for what we should do, but unfortunately, I need to make that dollar. And that's about all we make of these videos, by the way, is like a dollar or two, unless you donate to us. So that's why we have to stay here on YouTube and follow these ridiculous rules and worry about getting demonetized simply for wanting to see what's on the streaming station. All right, anyway, you guys, thank you so much for all of your support, though. We really do appreciate it. Be safe out there. And you want to do this again? All right, let's. That's all you get. I wonder if you can guess what song. I know what song that was. I know what songs both of those were. We should do that. That should be part of the streaming. When we do the streaming plug at the end, we'll do that. We'll play a second so you can see and guess what song was playing. All right, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I know we're just talking and rambling. Why not? There's nothing else to talk about with the weather around here. It's just quiet. So we could just do a music discussion. We could do a food discussion. People have said that we should do food talk here. We could do music discussion. We could do all sorts of different things. We'll have to start. Maybe we could do a knitting channel. I don't knit, but I could learn. All right. We'll see. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Who knows? I don't like that when he starts talking random things. Just stick to the weather.